Have you ever noticed how respect rarely disappears all at once? It doesn't collapse dramatically, it erodes quietly. One moment you're taken seriously, the next, people interrupt you more. They explain things you already understand. They test boundaries they once respected. And most people never realize why. They think respect is lost because of bad luck, jealousy, or politics. But the truth is harder. Respect is usually lost the moment you signal weakness without noticing. The Stoics understood this deeply, not as a social trick, but as a law of human nature. People respond not to what you say you are, but to what your behaviour reveals. Today, we are breaking down 7 Stoic errors that silently destroy authority. These are not loud mistakes. They are subtle, social, verbal, emotional, digital, and almost everyone makes at least 3 of them daily. Stay with me until the end, because the final error is the most dangerous. It feels virtuous, it feels polite, and it is the fastest way to teach others that your boundaries do not matter. Let's begin with the first error: over-explaining yourself. The moment you feel the urge to justify, you have already weakened your position. When you give long explanations without being asked, you are unconsciously asking for approval. You are saying, "Please understand me. Please accept this." The Stoics warned against this. Marcus Aurelius wrote that if something is right, do it without defending it. Authority does not persuade, it states. When someone with calm confidence speaks, they give reasons only when necessary. Over-explanation signals insecurity, even if the logic is sound. In real life, this looks like answering a simple question with a paragraph, or defending a decision before it is challenged, or filling silence with reasons. Silence is not awkward. Weakness makes it feel that way. The second error is reacting emotionally to disrespect. This is where most people lose control. Someone interrupts you, dismisses your point, makes a subtle joke at your expense, and instantly, your tone changes, your face tightens, your energy spikes. You try to reclaim control through emotion. But the Stoics were clear. The person who loses composure hands power to the other. Anger tells the room you are touchable. Calm tells the room you are dangerous. Epictetus taught that it is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. When you react emotionally, you reveal that another person controls your internal state. And once that is known, respect begins to leak away. The third error is tolerating small boundary violations. This one is quiet and lethal. Someone is late, you say nothing. Someone cancels last minute, you adjust. Someone speaks over you, you let it slide. Each time you remain silent, you teach people how to treat you. Stoicism is not passivity, it is disciplined self-respect. Seneca warned that he who allows himself to be trampled invites it again. Boundaries do not require aggression, they require consistency. A calm correction delivered once is stronger than 1,000 resentful thoughts left unspoken. If you do not defend your time, your words, and your presence, others will assume they have permission to waste them. The fourth error is seeking validation instead of alignment. This is where respect quietly dies in social and professional settings. When you shape your opinions to be liked rather than to be true, people sense it instantly, even if they agree with you, especially if they agree with you. Stoics valued inner alignment above applause. They understood that approval is unstable. Today it exists, tomorrow it disappears. When you constantly check reactions, soften your language, or fish for reassurance, you signal that your center is external. Respect flows toward those who are anchored internally. Say what you believe with calm restraint. Let others decide how to react. That is not arrogance. That is independence. Before we move on, if this kind of thinking sharpens how you see yourself and the world, consider subscribing to the channel, not out of obligation, but because this work is about building a mind that does not crumble under pressure. Now let's continue. The fifth error is mistaking politeness for weakness. This is where many well-intentioned people fall. They think being agreeable earns respect. It doesn't. Politeness without strength is submission. The Stoics were respectful, but never soft. They did not avoid conflict. They avoided unnecessary conflict. There is a difference. You can be calm and firm at the same time. You can say no without explanation. You can disagree without raising your voice. When people realize you will not bend simply to keep peace, they adjust, not because they fear you, but because they recognize self-possession. Respect grows in the presence of quiet firmness. The sixth error is revealing too much, too soon. Emotional transparency is praised in modern culture, but the Stoics practiced discretion, not secrecy, discernment. When you share frustrations, doubts, and personal struggles with people who have not earned that access, you lower your perceived strength. Not because vulnerability is bad, but because timing matters. Authority requires selectivity. You do not hand your inner life to anyone who asks. You share with those who have proven loyalty and wisdom. Oversharing creates imbalance. It invites advice you did not ask for. It shifts how others see you. And once that image changes, it is difficult to restore. Now the seventh error, and this is the most misunderstood of all, trying to be understood by everyone. This is the mistake that feels noble. You explain yourself repeatedly, you clarify intentions, you worry about being misinterpreted, you chase mutual understanding. But the Stoics warned against this trap. Not everyone will understand you, and not everyone needs to. When you exhaust yourself trying to control others' perceptions, you surrender your peace. More importantly, you signal uncertainty in your own path. Strong individuals accept being misunderstood. They focus on acting with integrity, not managing opinion. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Respect follows action, not explanation. So how do you correct these errors without becoming cold or arrogant? The Stoic answer is restraint with clarity. Speak less, but mean more. React slower, but stand firmer. Choose silence strategically, not fearfully. Correct behavior early, calmly, and once. Do not perform strength, embody it. When challenged, lower your voice instead of raising it. When pressured, pause instead of rushing. When disrespected, respond with composure, not emotion. These behaviors recalibrate how people see you, not instantly, but permanently. There is also a digital dimension to this. Constant posting, constant responding, constant availability. It trains people to see you as accessible rather than valuable. The Stoics would not chase attention. They would limit exposure. Presence gains power through scarcity. This applies online and offline. You do not owe immediate responses. You do not need to comment on everything. Silence can elevate your perceived authority more than engagement ever will. A final Stoic reminder: respect is not demanded. It is not negotiated. It is demonstrated. You cannot force others to value you, but you can remove behaviors that signal you do not value yourself. When you correct these 7 errors, something interesting happens. People do not suddenly praise you. They simply treat you differently. Conversations shift. Interruptions stop. Boundaries are tested less. And when they are tested, your response is calm and decisive. One day you will notice it. A moment where someone pauses before speaking to you. A moment where your words land heavier than before. A moment where you no longer feel the need to explain. That is not dominance. That is self-mastery. Stoicism was never about appearing strong. It was about becoming unshakable. Remove these errors, and respect returns naturally, not because you asked for it, but because your presence demands it.